This is day 1 of building 30 AI systems in 30 days, and I just built a system to survive the challenge. So I started this new challenge where I have to build an AI system every day. It has to be finished within that day, and it has to at least save me 30 minutes every week. But I knew I was going to be hitting a wall. I wasn't quite worried about the build part. I build tools pretty quickly by now, but at the end of the day I have to turn those builds into a piece of content. But the problem is I build my automation systems sometimes with Claude Code, sometimes with Cursor, sometimes in N8N. I have messy notes, and at the end of the day, I just kept staring at a blank page thinking, how do I even explain this? Most of the days, I don't even post. So today, I built a simple system. When I'm finished with a build, I take all of my documentation files. Most of the time, I just ask Cursor to make those files for me as well and just dump it right in the directory where the workflow exists. And I ask Cursor to just initiate the workflow for me. What happens then in the background is that Cursor takes a deep dive into all of those files, extracts pieces of information that would be appropriate for telling a story about all of those builds, and takes a deep dive into the folder I created about my brand context. It can find target audience information there, core values about the brand, and examples of scripts I personally wrote before. And with all of that context, Cursor then writes a first draft for this piece of content. The system then calls Claude API to analyze the scripts twice, both for its hook and for its story flow, and those feedback then get passed to ChatGPT to implement those feedback. I just find ChatGPT much more capable of following instructions, and at the end I get a polished script that I can use for my next content. Follow along, I got 29 more days to build, break things, and learn fast.